Shalom, shalom. Once again, this is Brother Bomb Allah coming out here on these highways and these byways, bringing out the truth of the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua to you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans who make up the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. So before I get started, I want to give all honor, all glory, all praise to the Heavenly Father Yahweh B'Hashem, Yahushua, B'Hashem, Rekah HaKwadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, to the Akim and the Aqua that are listening and learning. To you, I say shalom. Let's get right into it, man. And we're gonna come up with a couple of articles. We're gonna just match what? We're gonna match the articles, with the Bible, man. That's how we get the understanding of the Holy Scriptures. One way that we get an understanding of the Holy Scriptures. So I was roaming, I was looking up that term, America, the policeman of the world, and as lo and behold, let me pull it up again. It's and lo and behold, an article had just came out under the Guardian News, man. It was just the spirit. The Lord put the spirit on me. I was just like, America, the police of the world, because we often hear that term. If you ever was in the military, they often will say, you guys just the police of the world, man. And the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua put that spirit back on me just to think about that phrase. And lo and behold, it was an article under the Guardian News about it. It's a long article. We're not going to read all the article, but the headline is the point. And we'll read just a little of it. And we're going to get right to it, man. It says, this came out on, it came out Sunday the 26th of March. It's an old article. It says, the world still needs a policeman. Let's hope the U.S. does not quit the job. Let's read that again. Let that sink in to you. Especially to you 12 tribes of the children of Israel, more importantly, the tribe of Judah. Let that sink in to you. You Judites, you so-called Negroes. Let it sink in and say the world still needs policemen. Let's hope the U.S. does not quit the job. And then it said, America's record at keeping global order. America's record at keeping global order is deeply flawed, but the only winners from it drift towards isolationism will be Xi Jinping and Vladimir Putin. So they were saying, hey, man, it's better than America to keep, the world order of keep the global world order of the world than Xi Jinping or Vladimir Putin. But to you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, that should scare the hell out y'all. Because what? Look what American practices and law and order have been towards you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. When the slave patrol or the policemen of the world pull up on you Negroes, the first thing you think about is, am I going to make it home safe at night? Is this officer going to kill me right now? And you so-called American citizens, and you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, and y'all in love with Babylon the Great. And yet Babylon the Great have shown y'all nothing but heartache and discontent since we came over here in America, to the exception of Babylon the Great. So let's get a precept just to start it off, man. Let's go to the book of Revelation, man. Let's go to the book of Revelation. And we're going to go to 17. Let's go to the book of Revelation chapter 17 and verse 5. And it reads, and upon her forehead was the name written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots, and the abomination of the earth. America is the abomination of the earth, but yet you still got certain sects that want America to continue to be what? The policeman of the earth. So if America is the policeman of the earth, that means they got all rule and authority over the whole earth. That means that they have all rule and authority over of the earth. And the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, matter of fact, let's read that again, the book of Revelation, chapter 17. I should read up on Revelation 17. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to start at verse 3. We should start at verse 1, but I'm going to start at verse 3, and we're going to get to verse 5. It says, So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sitting upon a scarlet-colored beast, full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and seven horns. We know that to be what? The EEC and what? So-called NATO, right? Verse 4. And a woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet colors, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand, full of abomination and filthiness and fornication. And that just sums up America, man. It's full of abomination, filthiness, and fornication. And the book, you go to Hebrews, the 12th chapter, the 16th verse, it said, least there'll be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. So, you know, the America that you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans that are cleaving to is an abomination, it's a filthy, it's a what else? It is a filthy and a fornication, man. Verse 5, Revelation 17 and 5. Now my phone want to act up. And upon her forehead was the name written, Mystery Babylon, the Great, the mother of harlots, the abomination of the whole earth. And wherever America, wherever they get in charge, they change everybody's laws and rules, man. That's why they the policemen of the earth. They had once America had the greatest military in the world, but now you look at the military, you got a bunch of women, and not knocking you women, but your job is not to go out there and try to play war games with a bunch of men. But now the men have to the men, when they go to war, they have to worry about is they protecting this woman. And you have a bunch of those lick bits that are in the military that think they men, that think they can do everything that a man can do. But as soon as a couple years ago, you know, you had women that was coming on making YouTube videos, and those women were crying like they didn't sign up for no war because they seen war was imminent. They was crying on YouTube. I didn't sign up for this. And you know, when a woman get discontent, the first thing she can do in the military is get pregnant so she can get out of the military, so she won't have to go to war. So America is Mystery Babylon for you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans who don't have discernment to understand the Holy Scriptures. And they are the policemen of the earth, making her the Mystery Babylon the Great. So and again, you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, that should scare the hell out of y'all. Because what has America and the police force in America done for the Negro, Latino, and Native American? They have done absolutely nothing. Because no one who polices the police. No one polices the police. And none of these nations, these same nations that are calling for America to continue to be the policeman of the earth because they scared of Xi Jinping and they scared of Vladimir Putin, none of those nations that came up and said, America, y'all are treating the so-called Negro, you know, in America, y'all treating them like shit. Why y'all continue to kill them in the middle of the streets of America? Why is no one passing any laws to protect the Negro, Latino, and Native American here in America? See, none of those nations have came out in support or came out, you know, against America for your treatment, for the cruel treatment that America has used. And how did America use this cruel treatment? It's police forces. Let's go back to some of that article. I'm gonna just read a little of it. Again, this was March. This article was dated Sunday, the March 26, 2023. It says, America global leadership took a serious kicking last week. Politicians and pundits on both sides of the Atlantic queued up and condemned George W. Bush and Tony Blair's disastrous invasion of Iraq 20 years ago this month. At the same time, Congress moved to repeal the War Power Act that enabled a U.S. president to launch military interventions abroad. See, U.S. presidents to launch military interventions abroad. And how do they use their police? They use their military, that military industrial complex that they send anytime the U.S. is not satisfied with a ruler, with a president of another country. What they do, they say, hey, he's not getting down with the get down, so we got to go remove him out. And plus, they might have some natural resources that America won't. So they's like, hey, we're gonna go take their natural resources. We're gonna continue to empower ourselves, and we're gonna lead a country that got all the natural resources. They're gonna be broke. They're gonna be in poverty. That's what America military and they police force of the America, so-called, the global police force is used for. And also to continue to put their neck put their knee on the necks of you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans here in America, Babylon the Great. Because not one so-called person on this side here ever feel comfortable when the police get behind you. Not that you're a criminal. It's just that you know that once that slave patrol get behind you, that you might not make it home that night. You might not make it to your sons or your wife or your mothers or your fathers to see them any longer. Why? Because the military, the United States police have been used as a sword against you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. Let's get that. Let's get back to the scriptures, man. The book of Psalms, chapter 17, and verse 13, it said, "Arise, O Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword." And only a wicked man can get behind you, and all in the color and all on the cause of color of law, and pull his trigger and delete you. Only a wicked man would do that. Only a wicked man will wake up and say, hey man, today I'm gonna kill me a nigga. Today I'm gonna take me a nigga out. Today I'm gonna take me one of these tribe members out. Let's read that again. The book of Psalms, chapter 17, and verse 3. Verse 13, Slaki. It said, "Arise, O Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword." Verse 14, "From men which are thy hand, O Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, from men of the world, which have their portion in this life, and whose belly thou fillest thy hidden treasures." And they hid their hidden treasures is the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans that you see on this sign, that they can just do anything they want to do with and get away with. They can do anything to you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans and get away with it. They are full of children and leave the rest of their substance to their babes. And what they do, they'll leave all their substance. You Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, y'all can't leave nothing back, to your loved ones once you are deleted off this earth. You can't leave nothing. You don't have anything to leave behind. That's why when a father get deleted by one of these slave patrol soldiers, the family falls apart. The family structure falls apart because what? They don't destroy the breadwinner. Once a slave patrol soldier kill one of the sons or a daughter, the family falls apart because now the mother, she's grieving. The mother, she's grieving, and she can't even get over her grievingness. See, America, they've done a horrible job at policing the earth. If anybody still want America to police the earth, they tell you that they are wicked and they are part of, that white supremacy movement. Let's keep going, man. Let's go back to the article. Might be some more nuggets up in there. Let's see what we got up in there. It's saying, let's continue reading. It's saying, Moscow, meanwhile, Xi Jinping stringing along his Russian puppet, Vladimir Putin. See, and that's what the articles try to do. They try to make one article try to have Xi Jinping, like the leader, and then calling Vladimir Putin a puppet, and then another article say Vladimir Putin is leading Xi Jinping, calling Xi Jinping a puppet. See, because they all think that what? They're going to be the next ruling authority. They think that they're going to be the next ruling authority on the planet Earth. See, that's what this is all about. The Chinese think they're going to be the next world leader. The Russians, who are Edomites as well, they think that they're going to be the next leading global world authority. See, and America don't want to lose its control of the world. So you got the three powerful countries, Russia, China, and America. They all fight for who's going to continue to be the world, the global leading the world right now. It's locking my words again, twisted and turned upside down right now, thinking that they're going to, be the leader of the world, of the free world, man. That's what they're doing. So let's get a precept. We can prove that right now, especially with America. Let's go to the book of Habakkuk, man. Habakkuk. Nahum. Let's go to Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter. We're going to start at verse 1. It says, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and I will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. Verse 2, this is Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 2. And the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. And that's what we're doing. We're running out to tell everybody, about these scriptures, telling you about these prophecies, telling you about the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, telling you, that America is mystery Babylon the Great is spoken of in the Holy Bible. Verse 3, it say, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come to pass. It will not tarry. Verse 4, and now we're getting into the point of this lesson, of this street teaching. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by faith. And Esau's soul is not upright in him, man. It's not upright in him. Anybody who control all the resources of the earth, if they don't control it, they got access to control it. You wouldn't have homelessness. You wouldn't have no other countries over there in the so-called Middle East continuing to fight. You wouldn't have none of the chaos that is taking place on the planet Earth if they ran the earth in righteousness. That's why the earth is in dire demand of new rulership. That's why the earth is in dire demand of being refreshed. Verse 4 again, it says, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him. And Esau's soul is not upright in him. And I'm going to just say Esau. We're not even, because we all know who we're talking about. We all know we're talking about the so-called white man. It said, but the just shall live by his faith. The just shall live by the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua's faith, man. His soul is not upright. Verse 5, it says, yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home. He neither keepeth at home. Why? Because he got to put his nose in everybody's damn business. And now the so-called Americans are waking up and they're saying, hey, why the hell do we always have to go get in some kind of conflict with these other countries? Why we can't just keep y'all asses at home and worry about the issues that are taking place in America? You go to places like California, you go right up down here to Austin, you'll see more homelessness than you've ever seen in your life. Why they can't take care of that? Because their soul is not upright in them. They only want what they can get. They want resources. They don't care about the American people. They don't care about you so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans that are homeless. They don't care about that. What they want to care, what all America care about, Babylon the Great care about, is what is putting its authority, is putting its power, projecting their power abroad so that they can get other nations under their rulership. Verse 5, Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 5, yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desires as hell. America, what they do, they enlarge their desires. Let a nation come up with some kind of natural resources. Right now, they got this thing down there in Haiti, one of the poorest countries in the world. You let them tell it on the top surface, but Haiti is rich with resources, man, natural resources. So America, like, we got to get our hands on that. They went down now. Allegedly, somebody deleted the last president a couple of years ago because he said he wasn't going to make it mandatory for his people to take that concoction. Why? Because they had some natural resources that no one down in Haiti was being affected by the 19. And that man, the president there, he got what? Deleted. Why? Because so-called Americans, they always looking for natural resources. They always want to overthrow any government that got a lot of natural resources that they can use. Again, Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 5, he said, who enlarges his desires is hell, and is as deaf and cannot be satisfied. America cannot be satisfied. They can't be satisfied that you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans are on the lowest, on the totem pole. They can't be satisfied. So they have to continue to keep their knee on your neck. They got a video right now surfacing of this Edomite that went into Target. She had a brown face on. Let alone that you Negro, Latinos, Native Americans don't own nothing here in America, Babylon the Great. Sure, you might have a couple of female women that got their little beauty shop. Sure, you might have some Jakes and some Eves that got a little real estate business that's going. But anything that matters, anything that's going to constantly employ over 1,000, over 2,000, over 3,000, over 4,000 people, Jake, we don't have those. We don't have that power. We don't have the ability to go hire 1,000 people, to go hire 2,000 people, to hire 5,000 people. So they come and walk around. She walking in Target with brown face. Why? Because they constantly, what? Their soul is not upright in them. And cannot be satisfied. Verse 5 again, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. They're going to heap up unto them all people. How do they do that? They go over there with their industrial military complex, and what they do, they just take control of the country. And once they take control of the country, that country what? Becomes a servant, you know, to the American people, man. Not the American people, but to the American government. Verse 6, shall not all these take up a parable against them, and a taunting proverb against them, and say, woe unto him that increaseth that which is not his? How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. And now America's laden with thick clay because what? Brothers just did a beautiful lesson this morning about that thick clay. America right now, their credit rating has just went down. Their credit rating has just went down. Why? Because they're $37 trillion in debt, man. So that's that thick clay. There's no way they're going to be able to get out of this. In other countries, America is Babylon the Great, but yet they still have to try to go borrow. They was borrowing, you know, from China. They have to still go borrow from other countries. And it's the greatest country, so-called greatest country on the earth. Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 7, it says, shall they not rise up suddenly, that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and shall be for booty unto them? And that's what Xi Jinping and Vladimir Putin doing. They rising up against, you know, the great whore, Mystery Babylon. He that have an ear to hear, let him hear. And the reason why I say that, because we know that 2/3 of the Negro, Latino, and Native American, they're not going to be able to put this together. They can't put these scriptures together and then and match them with the scriptures. They can't put the scriptures together and match them with the news, current events of the world. They can't do that. That's why I said, he that have an ear, let him hear. The hopeful elect, the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua, he's only coming for the hopeful elect. He's only coming for the hopeful elect and hopeful 1/3. They'll be able to understand when we bring out these scriptures. It's something that's going to resonate with them. The spirit of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to fall upon them once again. And they're going to come back to their former selves. Verse 8. Book of Habakkuk, chapter 2 and verse 8, because thou hast spoiled many nations. America not spoiled many nations? Have they not spoiled me? They went over Iraq. They went over there and bombed the shit out of Iraq. They bombed the hell out of Gaddafi. They go over there and they just, why Gaddafi was what? He was trying to get away from that petrodollar. They like, hey, we got to put this nigga down. And they put him down. You look at the country when Gaddafi was running, and you look at the country after Gaddafi was running. Go pull up videos on it and look when America took over that place that Gaddafi had. And you'll see like, damn, they did all that. The country was thriving under Gaddafi, but after Gaddafi was put down like a dog, the country went to ruins. Why? Because America has spoiled many nations, man. Let's read that again. Because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee. All the remnant of the people shall spoil thee. Iran, Iraq. You see what they trying to do with North Korea? They even got the North Korean president. He ready to unleash his war against America. What America doing with Taiwan? They trying to get Taiwan blown off the hell off the map. Fucking with China over there. So they don't spoil America, spoil many nations. Babylon the Great, man. It's a mystery. 2/3 you Negro, Latinos, and Native American, y'all never understand the mystery. Verse 8, Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 8, because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because men's blood and for violence of the land, of the city, and all that dwell therein, for the violence and the violence, blood of the city. Hey, man, that's what they do, man. They go over there and they use their drone attacks. They kill everything, man. America don't give a damn what they kill. And you know they don't care about you tribe members. They'll put y'all to sleep like it ain't shit. If you don't like my language, man, you might well just go to somebody else's video. Verse 9, Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 9, it say, woe to him that coveteth and evil covetousness. What that word covetousness mean? Let's go to the blue letter. We know what it means, but we're going to go to the blue letter so y'all know what it means. I have to come up a little bit.
Bait side.
Let's do it one more time.
Strong's H1215. Bait side.
It says covetousness. Bait side, profit, lucre. That's what it said. Profit, unjust gain. Gain, profit, acquired by violence. Covetousness. And what do America do? They did what they wanted, that oil over there in Iraq. They wanted that oil over there in the Middle East. And how did they acquire that oil? How did they get that oil reserve? By violence. They acquired it by violence. Unjust gains. How did they get unjust gains? They went and killed a leader because the leader didn't want what? To operate in that petrodollar. So you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, y'all, but see, he didn't have an ear, let him hear. We know the 2/3 again, they won't be able to put the Bible and current events together and understand what the Bible is talking about. Let's go back to the book of Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 9. No, verse 10. It say, thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people and hast sinned against thy soul. Let's read that again. Verse 10, Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 10, it say, thou hast consulted shame to thy house. America don't got shame to their house. That's why Americans right now are feeling some kind of way. You see Americans like, damn, we didn't do all of that because this history, the American history start coming up. That's why another thing, they don't want what? That other history being taught. I don't forgot, the word that they use. But in their school system, they don't want that history to be brought up about America because they don't want their kids, they don't want some people to looking at their kids, like they evil talking about America is an evil country. It is an evil country. Anybody who know America, it's built on death, violence, rape, robbery, and murder. It said, thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people, and hast sinned against thy soul. We keep reading all this because, man, Habakkuk, this is all it's talking about, man. America being what? You know, the police of the world, man. All this is verse 11, Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 11. It say, for the stone shall cry out of the wall, and the beam out the timber shall answer it. Verse 12, this is Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 12. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood, and establish a city by iniquity. Woe unto him that buildeth a town with blood, and establish a city by iniquity. And that's what America done done. They build a town by blood on the backs of the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. And they go abroad doing the same thing to the other nations on blood. And they establish what? A city by iniquity. That's what they do, man. Iniquity is sin on top of sin. And that's what they'll do. They'll go to a country and just take all the natural resources. They go to a country and want to bring in their diplomacy, their democracy. And what is that democracy? It's so that the women and the men can just do any damn thing that they want to do. Those Muslim countries over there in the Middle East, they got a strict way of how they operate. Let them operate the way they operate, and the Lord Yahweh shall come and judge them. But America want to go over there and tell them, hey man, y'all being too harsh with y'all women. Y'all, you know, going over there telling a man how to run his household. So they'll kill the president that's allowing the country to be ran in a proper way. They'll kill him and they'll put a puppet president in now. So he'll allow the people to do what the hell they want to do. But now you see those African countries, they're coming up against that ligbit community, where America's trying to push that ligbit, you know, that different lifestyle. And they saying, y'all can get the hell on. We respect y'all, but y'all respect our ways and we'll respect y'all ways. And what America wants, all they want is you tribe members, all you men on the tribe members, they just want y'all walking around with bikinis on and pumps. That's what they want y'all. They want y'all in that state of mindset. Whole bunch of things are taking place, man. The MOT to the B. We still got, for some reason, people still don't quite understand what is the sea here. What is spoken up in the book of Revelation 13:16. It alludes, you know, to 2/3. It even alludes 2/3. It says some of the so-called Israelites that call themselves Israelites. But we know they're not Israelites because they call on God and Christ blessed. So we know they're not Israelites. They are Israelites, but not all Israel is of Israel. We know that. So when they running around here with their different colors on, with their beautiful garments on, and they calling God and Christ blessed, we know that they still what? They still in a Gentile mindset. We know that they're still in a Gentile mindset. Sluck. Let's go to the Apocrypha, man. Let's go to the Apocrypha. We're gonna go to Wisdom of Solomon. Let's go to the Apocrypha, man. Let's go to the Apocrypha, man. The book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5 and verse 1. Because what you have, you know, is men standing on their feet, man. I say this every lesson, every count I have. Men are standing upon their feet. But the Lord Yahweh Shem, it's only, you know, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem that you have these men that are standing upon their feet. It's only by the power, the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem that you have the righteous women of the Lord that are starting to call upon his name, that are being loving wives to their husbands, that are chasing after the Lord Yahweh Shem in the spirit and in truth. It say the Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5 and verse 1. See, cause Esau got to pay he got to pay, and even 2/3 of you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, y'all gonna also have to answer to why y'all didn't listen to the voices of the prophets. Book of Wisdom, Psalm chapter 5 and verse 1. It reads, it said, then shall a righteous man stand in great boldness for the face of such that have afflicted him. Who afflicted us? Esau, Edom. And the other heathen nations, they all afflicted us. The Chinese afflicted us. All the nations have afflicted. Moab afflicted us. Moab didn't even want to let us go across their borders, man. Moab wanted to put curses on the tribes when we was coming through the wilderness, man. They all have afflicted us and made no accounts of his labor. Who've made no accounts of this, of the people on this side's labor here in America, Babylon the Great? Who made no accounts of your labor? Who said they're gonna give you 5 acres on a mule and never gave you 5 acres on a mule, but they turned around and gave the 1948 billions and billions of dollars? Who made no account of your labor? Esau, Edom. That's who. He made no accounts of your labor. You also had that one Edomite said that the America was built on the sweat and blood of his ancestors. See, Esau, Edom, they know that we're not the same people. But you Negro, Latino, and Native American, y'all think everybody's just grouped all in and everybody just lovey-dovey and everybody just one nation of people. So if we all just one nation of people, why in the hell did they send the so-called brown tribes? Why did they afflict y'all so hard, our ancestors so hard doing slavery? If we was all just one people, if we all supposed to love each other, that critical race theory. Yeah, that's the way they don't want to water to y'all about some house shot. That critical race theory. That's why they don't want that taught in the schools. Verse 2 again. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they look for. People they're gonna be like, damn, they're gonna be amazed that they're gonna be like, damn, and we're gonna continue to read. People like, why? Because they just see us as niggas. They just see you as spicks. They just see you as wetbacks. They just see you as savages. That's what, Esau, Edom, that's what they see. That's what the other nations see. They just see y'all as just a bunch of filthy people. But indeed, y'all are what? Y'all are the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. Wow. It's lucky. And the Lord's favorite people, man. Verse 3. This is Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 3. And they repented and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision and a proverb of a reproach. That's what they're going to be like, damn, that's them. The Lord chose them. We had them as a derision, a proverb, and a reproach. But the Lord chose them. He chose you people on this side. He chose y'all. Verse 4, it said, we fools accounted his life madness and his end to be without honor. And that's what they saying. That's what they think. Because what? They don't paint it themselves. They don't paint it, they picture themselves, someone that looked like them as our Hamashiach Yahushua. They don't make the angels, little white babies. See, that's why they're going to be saying we fools. We're accounting his life. Let's read that again, verse 4. We fools. We're accounting his life madness and his end to be without honor. See, they think our end is going to be without honor. But our end is going to be glorified, man. We're going to be lifted up. We're going to be that new Jerusalem coming down from heaven. We new Jerusalem coming down from heaven. And they're going to go back into their natural state in which they are base people. People that we're going to be fucking just putting our feet on top of their neck. That's what Esau, Edom is going to be in the kingdom. And the other heathen nations, Moab, Ammon, all the Ishmaelites, they all going to pay for what putting their hands on the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. Thus saith the Lord, thus saith the holy word, man. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5 verse 5. It said, how is he numbered among the children of the Most High? And his lot is among the saints. And his lot among the saints. And who are the saints, man? Who are the saints? You have to be repetitive. We're asking you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, who are the saints? Everybody can't be a saint. Everybody, just because you hear Edomite talking about he a saint, that don't make him a saint. Let's get who are the saints. Let's go to the book of Psalms, man. We'll come back to wisdom of Solomon. Let's go to Psalms. I think in 148. The book of Psalms, chapter 148 and verse 14. It says, he also exalted the horn of his people. The horn, let's see what this horn asterisk, the strength and dominion. He exalted the horn of his people. He given strength and dominion of his people, the praise of all his saints, the praise of all his saints, even the children of Israel, a people near unto him. Praise ye the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. Those are the saints, man. You ain't got to accept it. You ain't got to like it. It is what it's going to be. It say, how is he numbered among the children of the Most High? And his lot among the saints. And we just proved to y'all that the saints are the children of Israel. Verse 6, therefore we have erred from the way of truth. And everybody don't got out of the way of understanding the truth. Because the world can't receive this truth. The world can't receive this truth. 2/3 of the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans can't receive this truth because they what? They want to love on everybody. They want the God of the Bible to love everybody, and the God of the Bible don't love everybody. He got people he love, and he got people he hate. He got people he love here, and people he hate: the Edomites, the Moabites, the Ammonites, the Ishmaelites. It said, therefore we erred from the way of truth, and the light of righteousness that have not shined unto us. And the sun of righteousness rose not upon us. And the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, what? The spirit of the Lord haven't rose upon y'all. The 2/3. The spirit of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. That's the sun. This understanding. It hasn't rose upon y'all. Because y'all have erred. Y'all think that the God of the Bible loves everybody. The God he loves, he hate. He love and he hate, man. Matter of fact, let's go just get false balance, man. Let's get a false balance. Let's get a false balance. Proverbs chapter 11 and verse 1, what it says, a false balance is an abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight. False balance is abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight. The Lord, he got every emotion that you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans have. He got a happy emotion. He got a sad emotion. Contrary to what you don't understand, he was happy when we were following the ways of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. But he's sad when we drifted, when we got away from his law, statute, commandment, when we stopped calling upon his name. He got angry. He's happy. He's happy when we're following his ways. And he's angry when he showed his wrath, his anger. He put us what? In a captivity, in different captivities through a period of time. And this last captivity is here in Babylon the Great, America. And this is last. And now the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, what? He's making that sun to shine, and righteousness is shining upon us again. So what? He's slowly coming back to loving us. He's slowly coming back and saying, now these are my people. These are my people. Now I'm most proud. So he got the same emotions that y'all have. Again, Proverbs 11 and 1, it says false balance is an abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight. See, because you Negro Latinos think America, y'all think he just love. If he love, the Lord, he'll just keep everybody on the earth. There will be no death. There will be you will have no accidents. You will have none of those things, man. If the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah was just all love, the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah is full of judgment, man. The Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah is all about judgment. That's what he's about. Let's prove it. We're going to get back to wisdom of Solomon as well. The Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah is full of judgment, man. Let's go to I think it's Zephaniah. Is it Zephaniah? I ain't read it in a while. Let's see. Well, we'll do it like this. I ain't read it. Just Lord. Yeah, Zephaniah chapter 3 in verse 5. And it reads, the just Lord is in the midst thereof. He will not do iniquity. Every morning doeth he bring his judgment to light. He faileth not, but the unjust knoweth no shame. The unjust, they knoweth no shame. Unjust, they don't see, the judgment of the Lord Yahweh Basham Yahushua. That's why they continue to do all the filthy, abominable acts that they continue to do. That's why they continue to join themselves at the hip with the Ligbit community. That's why they continue to think they can go out here and just get high. Let's go get smoke, just smoke weed all day. That's why they continue to go out here and commit adultery. See, because they unjust. The unjust knoweth no shame. The unjust say, hey man, I've been doing it this long, ain't nothing happened. That's what an unrighteous person will say. I've been getting away with this, for all my life. I've been eating this pork all my life. I've been cheating on my husband. I've been cheating on my wife. I've been doing all this all my life and ain't never got away and been getting away with it. Because the unjust knoweth no shame, man. The unjust knoweth no shame. Read it one more time. Zephaniah chapter 3 and verse 5. And who is the most unjust person on the planet Earth? Esau, Edom. They know of no shame, man. It say the Lord, the just Lord is in the midst thereof. He's in the midst of everything. Because he is Yahweh. He will not do iniquity. The Lord Yahweh Basham Yahushua ain't doing iniquity. Every morning do he bring his judgment to light. He faileth not, but the unjust knoweth no shame. The Lord bring his judgment to light every morning, man. Every morning, you go listen to Elder Hawad. He's doing in the news every morning. He's bringing his just to light. He's bringing his judgment to light every morning. When Elder Hawad do that in the news, that's what the Lord got him and put it on his spirit to do. He said, I want you to bring my judgment to light. And he go read all those articles about all the people that are being deleted. And he do a beautiful lesson on that. Brother, he's just in the spirit anyway. So go to Elder Hawad, GMS, North Carolina 777 and get edified, man. Brothers are awesome. He awesome in the spirit. All the men of Great Millstone awesome in the spirit. I don't have to say no name. Start with Apostle, to her on down, man. All of them just awesome in the spirit, man. Just go get edified. If you want to learn, if you really want to learn the Holy Scriptures, if the Lord Yahweh Basham Yahushua put that spirit on you, and you understand this, those are the people that you should go learn from. Let's go back to Wisdom of Solomon. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5 and verse 6. It said, therefore we have erred from the way of the truth, and the light of righteousness have not shined unto us, and the sun of righteousness rose not upon us. The sun of righteousness have not rose upon us because they can't get it. The unjust knoweth no shame. They'll never get this understanding. The 2/3 elect, they'll never get this understanding of the Holy Scriptures. Because everybody's walking in their light in these last days, man. Everyone is walking in their light in these last days. Verse 7, Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5 and verse 7, it said, we wearied ourselves in the way of wickedness and destruction. And that's what 2/3 the elect have. They don't weary them ways. And let's read that again. We wearied ourselves in the way of wickedness and destruction. How did they weary themselves in the way of wickedness and destruction? What? Because they chasing out. Esau put it on the news or put it on the TV, and Jake, just like flies on shit, they gonna gravitate towards, because he ain't gonna put nothing just on the TV screen for you. He gonna put stuff always, abomination. And Jake's like, damn, they make it look like that's a fun thing. Esau, he'll make it look like it's a fun thing to do. He make you look like it's a fun thing for a woman, to be a whore. He make it look like a fun thing for a man to be effeminate. For the 2/3 elect, but any man know that shit that don't look like a fun thing. But for the 2/3, the unjust, they think it's a fun thing to do. He make it look like it's a fun thing, just to be, again, like I stated earlier, in the fall, because you want to smoke a blunt all day. They make you think that's the cool thing to do. He'll make you think it's cool for a man. Right now, they got all the entertainers and what they doing. They putting fingernail polish on their fingers. It look like they getting their eyebrows arched. It look like they doing makeup and all that kind of stuff now. See, Esau make y'all think that's the thing to do. See, That's what it says. Verse 7 says, we wearied ourselves in the way of wickedness, commit adultery, calling on JC, eating abominable foods. See, y'all don't weary yourselves in the way of wickedness and destruction. Yea, we have gone through the desert where there lay no way, but for the way of the Most High, we have not known it. But the way of the Most High, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, 2/3 don't want to know it. And they're not going to know it. Because you're going to have some old dumbass pastor that's going to sit up there and tell you, if somebody calling themselves a prophet, if somebody's calling themselves, a prophet, you run away from them. You run away from them. Because he said what? John the Revelator said there's no prophet. And then Elder Natazapa came back and did a beautiful lesson, on cutting that joker on everything that he said. Go to GMS North Carolina. What is it? Elder Natazapa, North Carolina 08, and be edified. GMS North Carolina 08, and be edified. Verse 8, it says, what have pride profited us? What good have riches with our vaunting brought us? And we know that right now, you got 2/3 of the elect that got some money. You even got 1/3, and the hopeful elect, some of the they got some money, but the difference was that the 1/3 and the hopeful elect, they are worshiping the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. The 2/3 got money, and all they doing is what? Searching after more money. All they doing is looking for more wickedness. All they doing is searching for the bag. See, they mindset is the bag. They mindset is the bag. 24 hours a day. If you ain't talking about that bag, we ain't having no conversation. They don't want to talk about no Lord. You talk about the Lord Yahweh. Man, I don't want to hear nothing about no Yahweh. That's the first thing a 2/3 elect gonna tell you. Man, I'm trying to get me a job. Man, I need me a job. I don't want to hear nothing about no Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. You know how the 2/3 elect act. We all know. In verse 8 again, Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 8, it say, what have pride profited us? And we know 2/3 of the elect got major pride. Got major pride. See, because Grandma and Nana them taught us that Jesus was the way. See, we're supposed to do, when you know better, you do better. We're supposed to be better than our ancestors. And the hopeful elect and hopeful 1/3, we are better. Why? Because we understand that it was only so much that was given to our ancestors. But now this knowledge, this wisdom knowledge is increasing. And it's increasing, and it's continuing to increase. Our understanding of this gospel is continuing to grow. And we'll continue to learn more and more each day. The Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua put it upon the apostles, and he give them a new thought, a new idea every day. Not an idea, but the same idea that's in the Holy Scripture. He opened up understanding to it. Verse 9, Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 9. It said, all those things are passed away like a shadow, and as a post that hasteth by. Verse 10, and as a ship that passes over the waves of the water, which when it is gone by, the traces thereof cannot be found, neither the pathway of the keel in the waves. And that's beautiful, man. Anytime, if you get out on the vast, the ocean is vast, man. The ocean, you see a ship, and you say in the keel, when the propeller and the keel, once it go past, you can't search. You can't go out there and search, the path and the direction in which it, because the waves gonna come and wipe all that away. It's not like you got some foot tracks, back in the day, in the early, probably 1800s, they had trackers, and most of those trackers, they were the so-called Gadites. Esau used trackers to track people. See, you can't track nothing on that water unless you use electronic digital instruments. Now it's just getting, a lot of mysteries, stuff like that. Man, you got to understand the time that we're living in, man. We filter by the scriptures, and we use the news, man, and we filter through the news, man. That's exactly what we do, man. The scriptures tell you everything, man. We'll jump down to 15. Now we'll keep reading, man. Verse 11, let's keep reading. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5 and verse 11. Or as when a bird have flown through the air, there is no token of her way to be found. Yeah, you know, it's no path. A bird fly through the air, there's no path, no way you can track that. But Esau, they use what? They got their planes, and now they're using their chemtrails, and you can see them tracking. You can, not for a long distance, but for a short little period, you'll see them just jumping all that chemtrail. But the lighter air being beaten with the strokes of her wing, and parted with the violent noise and motion of them, it passes through. And therein afterwards no sign where she went to is to be found. Or like as when an arrow is shot at a mark, it parteth the air, which immediately cometh together again, so that a man cannot know where it came through. You know, just like an arrow. And those arrows is just talking about a great indication, you know, of the nuclear, them intercontinental ballistic missiles. You know, when they come, man, they're going to be departing. They're going to be coming from everywhere. Sure, Esau, Edom, they got electronics to be able to say, okay, North Korea just launched a nuclear missile. Iran just launched a nuclear missile. They'll be able to see it on radar. They'll be able to see it on radar, and they got their own little defense, they so-called defense, but it won't work because the Lord Yahweh Shai, the spirit of the Lord Yahweh Shai, gonna be in them intercontinental ballistic missiles. It's nothing they gonna be able to, it's nothing they'll be able to do to stop the missiles from coming and hit their target. Verse 13. Even so in like manner, as soon as we were born, we began to draw to our end. Woo! As soon as we were born, we began to draw near to our end, man. You got a born on date and you got an expiration date. That's what it's saying. You got a born on date and an expiration date. When we were born, we was drawing near to our end. And had no signs of virtue to show, but were consumed in our own wickedness. And we were consumed in our own wickedness until we came upon to the spirit of the Lord Yahweh Shai fell upon us, man. We were consumed in wickedness, man. Whether you were eating wicked foods, whether you was living that lid-bit community way, that filthy people lifestyle, whether you was out there getting high, whether you was out there robbing, whether you was, whatever you were doing, we were consumed in wickedness, man. Until the spirit of the Lord Yahweh Shai came upon us. And we didn't have to go to no university to get this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man. We didn't have to go to not one university to get this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. We didn't have to go get no grants. We didn't have to go get none of that to get this understanding. It's all through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai. Verse 14, it say, for the hope of the ungodly is like dust that is blown away with the wind. That's the hope of the ungodly. It's like dust blown away with the wind. You go out there and you see a little windstorm up there, man, and ain't nothing you can do about it but just look at it. It ain't nothing pretty about it. It's just a bunch of wind and dust just flowing everywhere. You be like, damn, let me go take some shelter from all this old dust, you know, and that's what we're doing. The hopeful elect and the hopeful 1/3, we're trying to take shelter from all that old dusty ass 2/3. That's what we're doing. We're taking shelter from y'all. We don't want to practice none of the ways of the 2/3, and you know we don't want to practice none of the ways of Esau Edom any longer. Esau Edom is he's a filthy animal. For the hope of the ungodly is like dust that is blown away with the wind. It's like a thin froth that is driven away with the storm, like as the smoke which is dispersed here and there with the tempest. And we know what smoke, anybody been in the way of smoke, man, that should take away the oxygen from you. You can't even breathe. You know, you get that smoke inhalation, man. So that's what 2/3 of our people like smoke, man, like burning smoke. You got to get away from them, like the dust of the wind. You know, you always trying to get some kind of shelter, get away from them. Dispersed here and there with the tempest and passed away as a remembrance of the guests that tarried by day. This is Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5 and verse 15. They say, but the righteous live forevermore. Their reward also is with the Most High. And the care of them is with the Most High. And the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, you know, man, the care of us, man, the hopeful elect, the hopeful 1/3 is with the Most High. The Lord Yahweh B'Shem, why he got angels encamped about us, man. The Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, he's not, he won't forget our acts and labor love towards his people and towards his word, man. The Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua loved the men that come on the highways and the byways. He loved that we're sacrifice, making ourselves as a living sacrifice. You hear the brothers say that all the time. Verse 16, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5 and verse 16. Therefore shall they receive a glorious kingdom. What? Hold on. He said, they shall receive a glorious kingdom. Let's read that again. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5 and verse 16. It says, therefore shall they receive a glorious kingdom and a beautiful crown from the Most High's hand. Go read 2nd Esdras. He said we're going to receive a beautiful crown from the Most High's hand. Go to 2nd Esdras, man. Go to 2nd Esdras and go down to the end of the chapter, and you'll see that we're going to receive crowns on our heads by the Most High. Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. That's what we're fighting for. That's what we're fighting for. We're fighting for a glorious kingdom. Matter of fact, you can't read that without going to 2 Peter, man. Let's go to 2 Peter. Second Peter chapter 3. And we're going to go to verse 12. Looking for and hastening into the coming of the day of the Most High, wherein the heavens shall be on fire, shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Nevertheless, verse 13, this is 2 Peter 3 and verse 13. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for a new heaven and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness. We look for a new heaven and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness. And the same thing is just spoken of in Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5 and verse 16. It said, therefore shall they receive a glorious kingdom, that new heaven and a new earth, and a beautiful crown from the Lord's hand. For with his right hand shall he cover them, and with his arms shall he protect them. We're going to be protected, man. When all hell, when Jacob's trouble pop off, when World War III pop off, and when they start making mandatory implementation of the MOT to the B, which is to see him, we're going to be protected with the right hand of the Lord, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. That's what we're fighting for. We're fighting for our household. Even though certain members of your household might not even believe that you're fighting for them, that we're fighting for all members of our household. We are praying that by us doing this work, that the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua show grace and mercy to our entire household, man. Our people don't understand this. They don't want this. They don't want the mercy of the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. They don't want the comforts of the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. They want Esau's comforts. And Esau's comforts is all about destruction. Esau's comfort is all about wickedness, man. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 17. He shall take to him his jealousy for complete armor, and make creatures his weapons for the revenge of his enemies. Woo! It said he shall take to him his jealousy for complete armor, and make the creatures his weapons for the revenge of his enemies. Man, we're going to be doing some powerful things, man. The Lord said we're going to see him as he is seen. Roughly paraphrasing that, it said, you know, when he'll ride, we shall be as a Mashiach, man. We're going to be just like him, man, in his glories, in his apparel, man. This is a beautiful time, man, to be alive, man. It's like it. There's somebody on there. It's a beautiful time. It's a beautiful time to be serving the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. It's a beautiful time, you know. It's a scary time. It's a beautiful time, though. It's scary because you don't know if you're a part of the hopeful elect. You're fighting. You're praying daily. You're doing the work. You're trying to practice the righteous acts, but you never know. The Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua might just want to take that spirit off you. That's why you always pray for the Holy Spirit to not depart from you, man. It's a beautiful time to be alive, man. It's a beautiful time, man. We're about to come into some crazy times, man. You know, famines about to increase upon the planet Earth. You know, wickedness have already exceeded and polluted the whole earth. We already know that. You know, everything is you know, America's circling its drain. There's nothing they can do, man. Like we started off, you know, saying that their credit rating is don't decrease. You know, American, they'll make y'all tell y'all that y'all got to get a good credit rating to get a house, to get this, to get this. Then when you work and do all those things, they'll still tell you, oh, well, you're not quite ready. You go try to get a loan, they'll tell you, oh, you ain't had no credit, and you ain't bought nothing, you ain't put no credit on your credit card in the last 2 or 5 years. It's time, man. It's time for you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans to repent. It's time to call on the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shah, because we're living in the last of the last days. You know, Revelation 13, 16 through 18 is getting ready to play out. You know, Jacob's trouble is getting ready to play out. Jacob's trouble, somehow people, it's slowly building up right now. You know, again, we just spoke about that rental moratorium that people start getting evicted. You got people all over the, down in Atlanta, you got people all over the place getting evicted, you know, because they could still fail to pay up to their rent, you know, because of the 19, you know, when the shutdowns took place. You're getting ready to have some major shutdowns. You look at what's taking place with YRC Yellow. I used to work at YRC Yellow, you know, worked there for 5 years in Marietta, Georgia, you know, so, hey, man, 30,000 workers, man. That just show you, you know, the Lord Yahweh Shem Shah is not playing. The Lord Yahweh Shem Shah is not playing. Everybody might think that was man, but that's the spirit of the Lord, you know, had them management, you know, at YRC Yellow, you know, to jack up their place. 99 years they were operational. Now look at them. 30,000 workers, you know, lose a pension. Lose a pension and lose a job. Let me tell you something. Make no mistake about it. Brothers down there at YRC Yellow, jokers don't worry about big houses, big cars. Big houses, big cars down there. I was working there, you pull up in that parking lot, boy, it was a car show. Brothers got that money, was making good money there. They better repent and start calling on the name of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shah. So we're going to close it out there. I want to give all honor, all glory, all praise to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kahakadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and to the argument and aqua out there listening and learning. To you, I say Shalom.